You know what that is, don't you? Electric transit. E-transit. Come on around here. Look, it's proper electric. You know, I love my transits. I love too expensive though, but I love my transits. Best selling vehicle in Britain last year, I wouldn't have believed it, Ford Transit Custom. Best selling vehicle in Britain. So when you see an electric Ford Transits, it's happening. So this is the thin end of the wedge. It is happening. So we're going to give it a go. You hear that? We're going to give it a go. Hang on. We're going to give it a go and see what I reckon. Tractor. You can get this van in two models, 180 horsepower and 260 horsepower, and this is the 260 horsepower one. Go on, let me just show you. To be honest, you're not going to get an idea of how it's going, but let me slow it down. A 260 horsepower van is a fast van. We're 100% power. That's flat out. 650, 60. Yeah, we're in a 40 limit now, we'll slow off. And then as soon as I let off, it's regenerating, so it's putting energy back into the battery, so it's got the ability to do that. Yeah, it's fast, but I don't buy a van to be fast. I'd rather have a greater range than the performance. A saying, driven normally, this van will cover 200 miles on a tank full. I'm going to call it a tank full, right? But on a motorway, it'll cover something more like 160 miles, right? But I gave the van yesterday to the farm manager. My boss, yeah, the farm manager, who's dotting here, there and everywhere, used it as 200 miles a day, and he got to 106 miles, and it flashed up red with 0 on it. He's, yeah, just a normal bloke. Yeah, normal bloke, knows how to drive things, loads of mechanical sympathy. To me, that was a great real-world test. Look, we're doing this programme at the minute, right? And we're going to Somerset next week, right? Which to me, that's probably like a 500-mile round trip, probably over 500-mile round trip, right? Would I do that trip in this? No chance. Not on your Nelly. I need to be there and back in a day. I'd have to plan my route around charging points, and then the chances of those charging points working and being as fast as they all state, I think that's... I've got a couple of mates who's into electric cars, and in fact, one of my mates, he's the most pro electric car man you'll ever meet, right? And he had to go to Bath the other day in his Lexus, right? It took him 10 hours to get there. He was not a happy camper. So the government helps you along if you was willing to buy an electric car, which they did, which was great. But they've packed in with that now because electric cars stand up. You know, they don't need to help it, they don't need to get it going because people are buying them anyway. They don't need, you know, they don't need the incentive of a subsidy. But with the vans, they're keeping the subsidy on for another couple of years. £65,000 this van costs. £65,000. Yeah, so if we take our £5 government subsidy off, it then makes it just a couple of grand more than the diesel equivalent. But that's still a lot of money. Lovely, nice to drive, nippy, but not for me. For two things, for the price and for the range. Nothing's changed, and we was talking about this, what, a couple of years ago? Nothing's changed.